Hi everyone, Bryan Cermak here with another edition of Life, Law, and Lessons. I'm often asked, how can I find a good attorney? You know, there are 46,000 licensed attorneys in the state of Michigan, 35,000 of which are actively practicing. That means they've passed a bar exam and they have a license to practice law. It doesn't limit them. A license to practice law, however, doesn't limit you as to certain areas of law. You could do anything. Once you get your ticket, you can file lawsuits, you could do criminal law, you can do dog bite cases, you could represent insurance companies, you could do mergers and acquisitions. Will you ever hear the statement, have you ever heard the comment, a jack of all trades, master of none? Well, that's what happens when you get a law license. A license to practice law gives you the ability to practice anything you want, but it doesn't make you an expert in anything. So what do you do if you have a legal situation, either personal or with your business? How do you find the best lawyer for your case? Well, the first thing I'd ask is, have you ever used a lawyer before? And if you did, and you liked your lawyer, pick up the phone and call him or her. Tell them your situation and ask them if they could handle it. And if not, ask them if they could refer someone that would be able to handle your situation. Obviously, if you got a good thing going, don't. Obviously, if you've got an attorney you've worked with before that you trust and it worked well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But what if you're like most people? You have a situation, you've never had an attorney before, and you need something for business or for a personal matter. First thing you have to do is make a list of lawyers. And how do you do that? Talk to associates, talk to friends, talk to your colleagues, talk to your relatives. Find out if any of them have a lawyer that they would recommend. Now, if you've got a business case and you talk to your cousin Joe who had a car accident, Joe's going to tell you about his car accident attorney. It's probably not wise to call that individual because he probably specializes in that area of the law. So once you've talked to your friends and relatives, do some homework. You can look online. There are various sites that give you names of lawyers, like Avvo, avvo.com, or lawyers.com. The Michigan Bar Association also has referral services. One service I like to use is Martindale-Hubbell. This is an independent company that has lawyers rate other lawyers in two categories, both the quality of their legal work and in their ethics. The highest rated lawyer at Martindale-Hubbell is AV rated. And yes, by the way, I'm AV rated, as are many of the attorneys here at Foster Swift. But that's besides the point. Once you get a list of lawyers, then you've got to talk to each of them, interview them. You are interviewing them just like you're buying a car. You don't just buy a car by looking at it. You kick the tires, you take it for a test drive. So talk to the lawyers, ask them pertinent questions, ask them how many cases like yours they've handled in the past. Ask them if they've ever been sued. Ask them for a list of people, former clients that you could call to get a personal one-on-one recommendation for. Ask them if they've got malpractice insurance just in case they make a mistake. So now you have your list and you've interviewed them and you've narrowed it down. And let's say there are 3 people there that all look equally attractive to you. So now let's say you've got your list, you've interviewed it, and you've narrowed it down to 3 attorneys. How do you choose between them? Well, go with your gut. Remember, you're going to be trusting this individual with something that's very important. Go with the person that you trust, that you believe has the experience to handle your case, one that is open and honest with you, and one that you can communicate with freely. So that's the advice for today. Until next time,